pretty love bugs. Hi. So it has been a while since I've actually done a Q&A. I filmed one back in November and then did not answer the questions until January. Like didn't actually post it. So that was cute, I think. But today I wanted to film a Q&A. I'm feeling sick, but I'm like in a really good mood. So I thought it would be a good day to do a Q&A. So I am looking at Instagram right now. About 8 minutes ago I asked a question to you guys and I already have a lot of comments. You guys ask questions so fast, it makes me so happy. Emily_Rickens asked, what is your hair regimen? You always have gorgeous curls. Thank you. Already, I think, actually today I filmed it, but there should already be up something about my hair affinity supplements that I really enjoy, and that's helped my hair a lot. But I can do like a full routine style video. It's definitely changed and the quality of my hair has definitely changed. It is long again, it is blonde again. So I definitely have some products that are sort of like my go-tos that I can tell you guys about if you would like. Monica Slezzy, I'm so sorry. If you had a chance to be quote-unquote skinny tomorrow, would you take it? Or are you so happy with your size that you wouldn't want it any other way? That's a good question. No, I wouldn't take it. I like myself the way that I am, and I don't look at being skinny as the end goal. I don't look at that as like, you know, my ultimate wish. Like if a genie came to me and he was like, you can be skinny tomorrow if you want, but you know, you'll never see this body again, I would say no. At the end of the day, I like what I stand for on this channel, and I like being a voice as a plus size woman. And, you know, does that mean that I want to be this size forever? Maybe. Does it mean that I'm opposed to losing weight? Definitely not. I definitely I'm focused on my health, and that's what I want to continue to be focused on in 2015 and for the rest of my life. So if I could be skinny tomorrow, no, I wouldn't take the chance. Rachel Street asked, one animal you wish you could have. One animal I wish I could have. Ooh, I didn't actually think about any of these. I'm really just like going into this head first. Okay, like if I could have any animal in the entire world, I would have an otter because they're my favorite. Chic_XOXO asks, what is the one makeup/beauty item that you cannot live without? It probably sounds silly, but my moisturizer. This is a new bottle I just got. This is my go-to. My moisturizer is all that keeps my skin healthy because I have such dry skin that if I don't moisturize my face, it literally is so painful and I get crackles and I get like dead skin and it's not cute. So if I could like only use one beauty item, it would always be my moisturizer. ALV Makeup asks, any tips on your experience on being an army wife or girlfriend? I would really just say that being independent is important. Because I think it's, you know, it's crucial to obviously be there for your significant other, but when they're in a line of work where they're gone so frequently and when they're doing, you know, so much all the time, like I don't see my husband like 99% of the time, and he lives here, you know, he's gone at like 5 in the morning and he comes back at like 7 o'clock at night. On top of that, obviously there's deployments and, you know, there's like little trainings and stuff. So my best tip would be to be independent and to keep your mind focused on other things, because your relationship is super important, but you should have things in your life that are meaningful, that are not just your relationship. So whether it's a job or a hobby or, you know, your friends, just anything that you can kind of do to keep your mind occupied and to be more than just your relationship, if that makes sense. ID Kayla asked, if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing? Also, who are your celebrity crushes? Okay, so for the first part, what would I be doing? I honestly don't know. Probably a retail job out here, because it's not like I stopped going to college or I stopped pursuing a career to do YouTube. It's like it was really my hobby while I was trying to figure my life out, and I've continued like pursuing school and pursuing what I want to do with my life while continuing to do YouTube, and I think that that's important. Like some people, I think, kind of view it as like the end-all be-all and it'll be there forever, and it won't. So, you know, while I think it's really cool and what I do is awesome and I want to do it for the rest of my life, I also understand it may not be my job for the rest of my life. So I really don't know. Probably nothing much different, if you want to know the truth. really just something in retail while I still was going to school and getting my degree so I could get a better job. Who are my celebrity crushes? Hugh Laurie is, whew, I love that man. Celebrity girl crush is Lana Del Rey though. Love her too friggin' much. She's the most beautiful human being in the entire world. Montoy Toy asked, who is your favorite Disney princess? I feel like it's slowly but surely changed with time. It was Sleeping Beauty because in high school my friends all called me Sleeping Beauty. Number one, because I had the long, luscious, beautiful blonde hair. And number two, because I really love to sleep. Just funny now because I'm an insomniac. But back then, like I was always the one who was like dead asleep or like starting to doze off, you know, in a group of friends. But I feel like now my favorite Disney princess would probably be, I feel like in recent years it's been Cinderella. And I really love Cinderella, and I feel like a lot of girls as they've gotten older have strayed away from like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, who were like rescued from their situations and have like moved towards more socially acceptable things like Mulan, who, you know, totally made her life the way that it was. But honestly, it's probably still Cinderella. I think that's still my favorite. Well, okay, but like Aladdin too. My favorite Disney princess is Cinderella though. Laurade20 asked, if you could get a free plane ticket to anywhere, where would you choose to go? Japan. I have wanted to go to Japan for my whole entire life. I also really want to go to Germany, but first and foremost will be Japan. I actually downloaded like an app on my phone and I've been like slowly learning some Japanese. I know so little and I can't say most of the words. It's pathetic. But I've wanted to go to Japan my whole life. So I think that Japan would be kind of like first on the list, and if for some reason Japan wasn't available, I would choose Germany. Jablon Skip asked, what made you decide to start YouTube and the confidence videos? This might be a slightly long-winded answer. I moved to Kansas to be with my husband, who is in the Army, and I moved out here because we got married and I wanted to obviously be with him. I started YouTube because I didn't have any friends out here and I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the area. I was so young and I didn't like have any friends and I needed that sort of like social interaction. And so I started making these YouTube videos. And I will quickly say I've had a channel previously when I was like 18, but it wasn't really something I put a lot of work into. It was like when I wanted to post videos. So I already kind of knew the gist of YouTube and how to make videos and how to edit and stuff like that. So I started it knowing how to do it. But that was really it. I started it for the social aspect, and then it really slowly but surely became my job. And I kind of want to be one of those people that tells you like, oh, it just happened. And I feel like maybe for some people it really is sheer dumb luck, but for others it's honestly like so much hard work. It is partially luck because I know a lot of YouTubers who work so hard on their videos and who have yet to be discovered or have that big break. But for me, I knew about a year after I started making videos that I wanted to be my full-time job, and so I put full-time effort into it while working another job. That was sort of the ultimate goal, was to get to a place where YouTube was my job and I could continue to put full-time effort into it. So I worked 40 hours a week on it, plus working 40 hours a week at another job. So it was my hobby, but it was also like not my career, but it was what I wanted to do. So that was sort of how I got started. And then the body confidence videos, I don't really know what made me want to start them. I just know one day having something to say about body confidence and about being like a fat girl in society today, and I just really wanted to talk about it. And that really was what kind of like got me, not sort of discovered, if you will. And yeah, that's really it. That's how it happened. But now I make the body confidence videos not because YouTube is my job, because I make a lot of like the makeup videos and stuff like that because not because I don't like it, but because I want to put out videos every day, because I do feel like if this is my work, I want to do it as often and as well as I can. But the body confidence videos are just very special and they're very near to my heart, and they're more of a way for me to talk to someone who maybe is feeling the insecurities that I felt, or to get a point across that's really bothering me. Holy crap, there are so many questions. I just like refreshed the picture. No chill Emily. Emily, where's your chill, girl? Do you like One Direction? I actually really do like their new album. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's really good. I like Night Changes a lot. Like a lot. And I like Steal My Girl too. Kaz Mazing asked, have you ever suffered from depression/anxiety? I think this is an interesting question, and maybe previously I probably just like would not have answered it. And again, this will be a little bit long-winded, but I was diagnosed with depression when I was much younger than I am now. And I won't go into the time frame, I won't go into like my diagnosis or anything like that. But yeah, I do struggle with clinical depression. And it's not really something that I think I struggle as hard with as some people. Depression and anxiety and mental illness in general runs in my family. I have the weakest case of depression in my family in a long time. So I'm just very fortunate, but I still, you know, I was diagnosed with it. It's an actual thing, like I have it. That being said, I have someone in my family who has very severe depression, and it's a very different thing. But anxiety, yes, I have struggled more and more and more with anxiety as I got older. So I don't want to go like too in depth, but yes, I do struggle with anxiety, I do struggle with depression, and it's a very big part of my life. I think that honestly, it has its days, and I try to remember, especially like when I was diagnosed with it, and I don't want to like, again, I really need to stop talking about it. But when I was diagnosed with it, because everyone else in my family, like everyone, mostly the women in my family, believe it or not, had struggled so badly with mental illness, I almost felt like in some way when I was diagnosed with it that I had failed, and like there was something wrong with me, even though, you know, it's literally just something in my brain, like there's a chemical imbalance and something just makes me sad. But I used to beat myself up a lot for it, and I feel like I'm in a good place with it now, where I have accepted it, and I think it's almost made me a stronger person, and it's made me a little bit more grateful, if this even makes sense, for the good times. And it's really made me like take those good times and like cherish them, and then when I am starting to feel, you know, really, really, really bad, I think I'm a little bit less hard on myself than I would be maybe a couple of years ago.